Hi, I'm Corey. Welcome to Creating with Scraps and day 13 of Building a Scrapbuster Idea Book. And yes, this is a new list. The other one met with a copy accident, but it's still the same concepts. I just rewrote it. And today is a triangle tuck, two different ways, and a shape pocket. And you've seen these before, probably more than once. And one of them, it's a really great reminder for me. The shaped pockets. It's not something I do very often, and I forget about it. I thought I had another one here. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The idea is you take your shape, your punches or your dies or anything really, and you make a shape other than a rectangle. And this one, I took a circle, punched it twice, cut it in half, and made a pocket and turned it into a paper clip. Side tuck paper clip, and then there's just a little pocket on there for some tickets or a message or something along those lines. You could use a mini tag if you wanted. I mean, so there's some substantial room in there. This is a 2-inch circle, but you can do it with other punches or other shapes as well. And here I turned it in this what's this square with a scalloped edge square, there you go, into a paper clip with a little pocket on it. I just punched it twice and cut it in half. And then I put a little itty bitty 1 by 1/2 inch or something like that book inside the pocket. And you could use this on the very edge of a page as a tab or over the top of a pocket as just a little extra something on a pocket. And then here I just took the oval punch and again punched it twice and made it a little pocket for a stamp, and then you can just clip it onto the top of the page or onto something else on the page, or even onto, this isn't a very big tag, but I could clip it right onto a larger tag as a decoration or an embellishment. So that the idea again is making a pocket out of a shaped item. So here we go. I've got 3 different shapes. You could use any shapes basically. I do it all the time with squares and rectangles. Well, there went that. Squares and rectangles, but it's just a reminder to do it with shapes. And I will, for the sake of showing the new folks, I just took this scrap that I've got and I'll punch, and then I'll punch it again. I'll just use the rest of that there, and sorry about that. I'll trim it so that I'm using that entire rectangle. All right, and then trim it. And then, let's see, which way is the world? Here we go. I could put the pocket this way, the cutoff spot that way, or I could move it back over here and put it here. And then you can't really see it because it's color on color, but I used the same paper. And then just glue right around the edge. And there is my pocket. You can put a hole in there to hang it. You can do the slot punch to hang it that way. You can sew it like I did here. You just have a lot of options. It's super simple, but it's just another way to add variety to your journals and to use up your scraps at the same time. Okay, so there is shaped pockets. That's what I meant by shaped pockets. And I'll put that out of the way. And then the other one is triangle tucks, 2 ways. And the way I do these, well, here, let me show you what they are first. One is the triangle tuck, and granted, this one starts life as a triangle, but it's got, this has got the potential for 3. So if this back here were my page, I would, line this up with the edge of the page, and it can go in either direction, obviously, just depending on which way you fold it. Line it up with the edge of the page, glue it down, and then I can have a tuck spot here, I can have a tall tuck here, and then I can have a little tuck here. Okay, and I'll show you in just a moment how to fold that. And then the other one is, again, it's a triangle, and not because this is a triangle, and it doesn't start life as a triangle, it starts as a rectangle. And it gives you, a large pocket in the back and a little side tuck here. And both of them are things that I do with scraps, especially some of the little bit larger scraps, or especially this particular one, when I cut down a page to put in a journal and I've got the long rectangular strips, offcuts, I make these fairly frequently with the offcuts. All right, and the way you do them, so I'll do this one first since it's on top. So here's my rectangular strip, right? And let's see, which one do I want to go down? Okay, I did this one this way, so I'll do this one this way. And my rectangle is facing down. The part that I want to show will be in the back. Well, part of it that I want to show. And then you just decide how deep you want it. And you fold it down. Oh, see, that'd be upside down. See, I didn't think that through, but that's okay because I can cut it off because of where it lands. All right. And then once I've folded it down, so rectangle folded down, and then I'll just trim off the bottom and use that for a scrap cluster or something else. And then I ink it because that's what I do. But here you can't even see where the pocket folds. I'll just ink this so you can see it. Okay, and that is all there is to it. Then I just glue along the very bottom right here, right? And that gives me my side tuck. And I glue it down to the edge of my page. And that gives me my top tuck. And I guess I could make several tucks if I wanted to, or just one large item. But it's that simple. Rectangle, fold down, trim off the excess. And there is your small triangle tuck. And I call this a small triangle. I guess I could call it the right triangle because it makes a right triangle. And you can do it either side, all right? And then this one starts life as a triangle and moves from there. So if I've got, here, this is the 6x6 paper. No, try it again, Corey. 12x12 paper, the square one that's cut into 6x6 squares. And so I'm going to use this one. I've got it put aside for the book that I haven't yet done. And you can do it either way. You can go from left to right or right to left, just whichever way you want. I did this one from left to right, so I'll do the one I'm going to show you from right to left. And all I do is I cut that square into a triangle. Cut the square into a triangle, and then I take the bottom point, and in this case it's the bottom left point, and I fold it over to touch the bottom right corner. All right. I almost feel guilty for showing you because it's so very simple, but it's just, again, another way to add a little bit of interest and variety into your journals. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could stack these. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. And so you could make a couple of them and play with them in different sizes and maybe stack them different ways or something. It'd be kind of really cool. And then put something down here, and then I would have a pocket, a pocket, a pocket, and a pocket. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Or, ooh, that's what I'm talking about. I could layer them like this, and then, well, anyway, you see what I'm saying. It's super simple fold over, start life with a triangle, and then simply take one corner and fold it to touch its mate on the opposite side. And those are my two triangle pockets for today. The one that starts life as a triangle, and then the one that starts life as a rectangle. And that is how you do those. Okay, now a couple viewer questions that I had. One of the questions I got was about these clips that I use to hold things down when they glue and they dry. Now, I'm going to try to come in real close if I can. There are little teeth on here. They're not very sharp teeth, but there are little teeth on there. And if you're doing something really thick, especially solid color paper, if it's colored pattern paper, it's not going to show so much. But if it's solid and it's thick, the teeth are going to show at the end. So just be aware of that. But 99% of the time, I don't ever see it. And I got these on Amazon. They were maybe $9. And there's a package of 100, and they're called quilting clips or sewing clips. And they're pretty common. So there you go. Package of 100, $9, Amazon. Is probably available elsewhere too, but that's where I got it. And then another question that I had was regarding, I think it was this die that somebody was asking about where I got it. all three of these, the poppy die, the daisy stem, and then the fresh daisies, all of these are Simon Says stamps. Simon Says stamps. This one is S662. Now, I've had them for a little while, a couple years maybe, so I don't know if they're still in stock or if they're still available. But if that's not the ones you were talking about, and see, I just store them on a magnetic sheet like this. So that's why I put their covers over here, glue it on the back. But if that's not the one you were asking about, these are all Tim Holtz dies in different sizes and different configurations. Just Tim Holtz flower dies, and I get these at Amazon as well. I know that's not supporting the little guy, but Simon Says Stampa is a little guy, and so I support that one as well. I think that was it for today. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh, for those who are interested, 1, 2, 3, 4 more days of this, and then I am going to take a couple days off. So we'll go through 17, so 14, 15, 16, 17, and then I will probably take a few days off to put the book together to give you guys a completed visual of what it is, and then we'll walk through it. So Monday the 17th will be the last one of the Scrapbuster items, and then I'll be gone that weekend. But later in the week, maybe on Friday the 21st or so, I will have that ready for you, and I will show you how I put the whole thing together to build the Scrapbuster idea book. All right. Thank you for watching. Happy creating, and take care.